All right, to start off, I just want you to close your eyes and imagine an ordinary software development lifecycle, just for 2 seconds. You may open your eyes again. It goes something a bit like this, right? We have some developers writing some code. It gets pushed into source code repository. We build it, we package it, and then at the end, our consumers get our program. Now switch your view to a malicious attacker. How many places do you think that a malicious attacker can go into the lifecycle and change alter the functionality of the artifact the consumer gets in their hand? The answer is pretty simple. In each and every step of the way, we have seen active attack vectors getting used in the past years, from PHP's compromised Git server all the way over to my favorite, the SolarWind build process compromisation as well. Enter SLSA, supply chain levels for software artifacts. It's a tongue twister, I know. It's an incremental security framework aiming to help you enhancing your tamper protection while gaining trust in external dependencies. It's an actionable guidelines to make sure that you, from an early stage on, can go in and improve without having this big framework where it's an all or nothing. It's built into tracks and levels. The 1.0 has just been released, and the only one that they have out right now is built with source coming in later. In build, we have 3 levels. Well, we actually have 4. Level 1, you all are there, no benefits, no requirements. All the way over to level 3, hardening build servers that creates a stronger tampering protection. And just like its naming brother, practice makes perfect. So I'm going to walk you through the basic steps you need in order for you to achieve SLSA level 1. Basically, you need 3 simple steps. You need to choose an appropriate build system. You need to follow a consistent build process. And last but not least, you need to generate and distribute provenance. But before I go into each and every one of these steps, I want to talk briefly about provenance. So what is provenance? Provenance is a way for us to sign our artifacts and making sure that third parties can validate that what they have in their hand is actually what you intended for them to get. So the first thing you need to do, build system. Actually, in level 1, you could use your laptop, but please don't use your laptop as your build system. You choose a centralized CI server, because on the later levels, we have higher requirements. The next one is that our build process needs to be scripted, and the scripts hopefully should be living together with your artifacts or with your source code. Again, if you don't have a CI server that is able to create things as code, you should switch your CI system. Last but not least, this generation and distribution of provenance. So SLSA does not require you to use any specific standard or way of doing it, but they recommend the in toto standard and distributing it through Sigstore. And I have a lot of great examples for that. So with these 3 steps, congratulations, you have now achieved SLSA level 1. But don't rest on your laurels too quickly, as further levels will help you improve your tampering protection and attack vulnerabilities. A lot of vendors have already adopted this standard, with NPM built in GitHub Action being the latest one that I've seen, where you just with a small parameter on your build action can generate and distribute provenance fully automatically without you doing anything. The community have created a lot of different plugins and applications. Here we see the SLSA verifier, so that third parties can actually verify that what you've given to them is actually also what you intended for them to consume. And this creates this chain of trust that you can sign that you are in level 1, and that they actually can verify as well that what they have in their hands is unaltered from your generation. When you are on level 1, you don't have mitigated any of these attack vectors right now. But it's an incremental security framework that enables you to start small and practice, while it gets incrementally harder for the attackers to go in and alter your artifacts. My name is Sofus Albertsen, and I want us all to practice more SLSA. So head over to slsa.dev for your first training lesson. Thank you so much.